Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Corin Quadri, and I'm the project manager for today. And on behalf of my team, I'm really excited to share our expansion proposal for Chef Zam Kitchen and Pasta, a Malaysian restaurant that mixes traditional local flavors with a modern twist. For this project, we've chosen Russia as our target BRICS country. Why Russia? Well, it has a growing appetite for global cuisines, especially in cities like Moscow and Saint Petersburg, and we think it's a market where Chef Zam can stand out. Today, we'll be walking through some key points, which is the market opportunities, cultural aspects, communication styles, negotiation strategies, and a few practical tips we've come up for entering the Russian market. Before we start, can you guys introduce yourself?
Can.
So my name is Izam as a marketer.
Hey, my name is Muhammad Ilham as a cultural analysis.
And my name is Daniel Iman and I am is negotiation strategist.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to our next discussion.
Thank you, Gallery. And that's a great opportunity for a brand like Chef Zam, which offers something unique. Malaysian comfort food with a stylish vibe. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. There are few challenges such as light language barrier, strict import regulations, and some economic uncertainty. But the good news is, if we localize some parts of our menu, maybe even include healthy options that Russians are familiar with, and work with local suppliers, we can definitely find a way in. Marketing-wise, we need to use local platforms like Contacte that's like Russia Facebook, and also work with a food influencer there to build brand awareness. Okay, that's all from me.
Thank you, Izam. So, let's move on to our next discussion.
Thank you, Azam and Kodri. For the cultural analysis, people tend to use title and surname when addressing others, and there's strong respect for hierarchy. So, if we are dealing with business partner or potential investor, it's important that we show professionalism from the first meeting. Russians usually communicate in a very direct and serious way. It's not that they are being rude, that's just their style. They get straight to the point and they appreciate when others do the same. One thing to remember is that trust doesn't happen overnight. They like to build solid long-term relationship, so we can't expect to seal a deal in one meeting. We will need to show commitment and patience. And why English is spoken in some business circles, it's still smart to have material translate into Russian and maybe bring a local partner or interpreter on board. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ilham. That's a very wonderful discussion. Okay, so then let's move on to our next discussion. Daniel.
Thank you for your guys' info. So now let's talk negotiations. Russia are tough negotiators. They respect confidence and they like people who know their stuff. So if we go in with solid facts, a clear plan and we stand by our ideas, We earn respect faster. That says it's not about being aggressive, it's about being firm and prepared. Price is always a big part of Russian negotiation, so we need to be ready to talk numbers and maybe even offer flexible package depending on who we're dealing with. Having a local legal advisor will be super helpful too, especially when it comes to contract and business regulations, which can be a bit complex. Lastly, we mentioned earlier, relationships matter. So don't rush. Be patient, stay consistent, and the trust will come. And that's for me about negotiation.
Thank you, Daniel. Alright, here's a few practical ideas we came up with to make our entry into the Russian market smoother. Start small, maybe with a pop-up store in Moscow, just to test the waters and get some real customer feedback. We can adapt to the menu, which is we can include warmer, healthier dishes for the cold climate, maybe even some Russian mixed with some Malaysian fusion options. We can also use Russian social media and work with social influencers to build a community that will support our restaurant. Next is translate all our branding and ads into Russian and hire some local staff who understand the culture, because in Russia they rarely use English as their first language.
Yes.
And finally, we should participate in local food competition or festival so that we can boost our restaurant even more. Okay, to wrap it up, we believe that expanding Chef Zam kitchen and pasta into Russia is a bold move, but one that definitely possible with the right strategy. If we take time to understand the culture, adapt to their market and build strong local connections, we can turn this opportunity into a long-term success. We can also gain a lot of money if this project is a success. Okay then. Thank you so much for watching our presentation. We're excited about what's ahead, and we hope this gives you a clear picture of how Chef Zam can make a splash into the Russian market. Thank you.